Hey everybody, Kenneth Russell here. I wanted to do a review of this new product that I just got from Donner Pedals, and this is their DI box. It's a really cool little box. Check it out. All right, so this Donner DI, for those of you that don't know what a DI is, it's direct input. And basically what it does is it takes your guitar signal, which is usually a 1/4-inch cable, and then converts it into an XLR cable that plugs up into your sound system, your PA, your soundboard, whatever it might be. And that's generally the purpose of what these are for, is to kind of more or less a converter. But this one comes with some extra features in it that are pretty cool. Rather than just converting the signal, it's got a couple other different options on it. Let me go through those with you. First of all, let me just say that you need to purchase a 9-volt adapter for this pedal, or use it on your pedal board with a pedal chain, 9-volt chain. It does not come with the power, and there's no battery inside, so you will need to have an external 9-volt battery power for it, like all these micro pedals do. So like I said, the first main function of a DI is usually converting from 1/4-inch cable to XLR cable, and it does that nicely. What I really like about this pedal is if for nothing else, it's a very compact pedal. And I have a acoustic pedal board that I play with that I has 3 or 4 different pedals that I use on it. And with my electric guitar, I usually go into an amplifier, and so I don't really have to worry about a DI per se. But going in for the acoustic, I always just go straight into the board. I don't go into an amp first. And so this is where comes in, is just an awesome little pedal, because before I would have like a big DI that I'd put kind of under my pedal board, or figure out a way to put it on my pedal board, but it was taking up a lot of space, and I love the amount of space that this takes. So you could put it like on the far left of your pedal board, make this the last thing that goes out into your PA system. This top function here, and I'll zoom in here so you can see this a little bit better, but it's got a negative 20 dB, a 0 dB, and a positive 20 dB. And basically what that does is it allows you to fine tune your output on your guitar for your system that you're going into. So this is at 0. And then if that was too hot, you can kind of pull it down. So if you're, it just kind of pulls the level of the input down. You'll see the difference here. So if your system, if you're, a lot of times people's acoustic guitars, they don't have like a preamp with volume and EQ and that kind of thing. It's just a plug out. This is a great option for that, because it allows you to adjust for the amount of gain you're giving out. And then also, if your signal is really weak, you can push it to the positive 20 dB, and it just boosts your signal that much more. So this is positive. Hopefully it's not going to clip, get too much gain in this for this demo. That might be a little bit too much, but you can see how much it does boost it if you do in fact need it. Going on from there, it's got this little LED. The only complaint I have with this is it's starting to kind of pop out a little bit, the little housing, but actually I don't think it's that big of a deal. And what it does here is it's got a switch here of green and red, and this is a cabinet simulator. And basically it's simulating the sound that's going to come out of a speaker. In your system, in your chain of what's going on, the speaker is really important. And a lot of times if you're just plugging directly from your DI into your soundboard, it's missing something. It's missing an element, and the element it's missing is like a mic'd cabinet or a mic'd amplifier. And this simulates that, which is pretty cool. So let me just show you, kind of do an A/B comparison so you can hear the difference between the signal with it on and the signal with the cab off. So here's just me playing with, this is no cab simulation. So this would be just the direct, basically what like a normal DI would do. And this is with the cab simulator on. So you can hopefully hear that there is a little bit of a difference. I think it scoops the mids a little bit and just creates a little bit more of a fuller tone, at least on this guitar. Now, one of the guys in my church band borrowed this and checked it out with his guitar. He said he really liked the pedal, but for him, it adjusted the sound a little bit too much. So it might be something that you'd have to play around with. But I think that having that feature on here is just really, really cool. For me personally, I've used this playing live at my church setup, and our sound guy was like, man, when you turn the cab simulator on, it really made a big difference. So I like the way that it sounds with it on. And if you notice here on the side of the pedal, underneath where the input is, it's got a little red switch, and this is just a ground lift. Sometimes when you plug into a PA system, all the electricity in that's happening in that room creates a 60 hertz hum, and what this does is it switches the ground polarity and hopefully eliminates that hum. And so any DI, you really want to have a ground lift on it. So overall, I'm really happy with this pedal. It's perfect for putting on a pedal board because you don't have to put a big DI and figure out how that's going to incorporate with this. This is in the housing of an actual one of those micro pedals, so it just naturally fits in your pedal board. And this will be going on my acoustic pedal board right off the bat because I really, really do like this pedal. Anyway, hopefully this review is helpful to you. And I recommend, if you're playing live regularly, especially with an acoustic guitar, or if you're playing and you're recording and you need, you're plugging in your guitar into your DAW to record, this would be a great option, especially for that cab simulator. So anyway, hopefully this review is helpful to you. If it was, hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KennethRussell, and I'll see you in another review.